Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Fernanda. On today's video, we're basically gonna go food shopping for the first time in a whole week. This past week has been quite stressful for me because if you've watched one of my previous videos, you'll see that at the end of July, I got engaged. And that was of course, very happy occasion. I was very happy, feeling very lucky, but my fiance is in the military. And so this last week was when I've had to say goodbye to him for the first time because he's getting deployed. I think it goes without saying that it's a very stressful time for me, but at the same time, I know I just need to get over it because he's gonna be gone a while and I can't stay in this slump forever. So today's Sunday, and it is normally the day that I do a food shop and try to prep as much as I can for the week. So I figured I would start my day with going out to do this food shop because I'm a big believer of starting with the task you're most dreading. So I want to just get this out of the way. Every time I miss a food shop on a Sunday, you can be 100% certain that my eating that week will be absolute crap. So this whole past week, for example, I've been living off of takeaways, which is just not good. Not good. So I've just been working on my little shopping list. I have a few meals that I have in mind that I want to make. And normally I go do my weekly food shop at Aldi, but Lidl have just released a new app and they're giving you £5 off of a 25-pound shop. So today we're going to go to Lidl instead. Needless to say that with all this takeaway eating, my food budget for the month is completely blown. I have about £45 left in my food budget to last me until payday, so I want to make that go as far as I can. So I'm just gonna finish up my list, get my stuff together, and then we'll go to Lidl. Do any of you guys also struggle to leave the car before the song you're enjoying finishes? All right, the total came to £41. So all my money for food for the rest of the month, almost gone. Very lucky that I had that voucher for £5 off on the little app, or else I don't know what I would have done. So I was trying to work out what exactly happened. Why the hell did I spend so much? And I'm gonna show you guys everything that I bought, and I think at the end, it's kind of self-explanatory. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So here's all my shopping that was on the list. I've got a kilo of chicken breast, which I eat with my salad. And then I also got some bacon, which will go on some of the salad, but I'll have for breakfast as well. And I got some chicken sausages, which I'll probably have for dinner or maybe a couple of days of breakfast. And then I got 2 courgette and 1 cucumber. Cucumber for the salad. Here's the salad bag. And a big bag of spinach, which I can put on like eggs and stuff. I bought these to snack on. So I'm gonna wash them and like trim them and everything and just keep them in the fridge so that if I want a quick snack, I can just go to the fridge and get that instead of like biscuits or something. And then I got a big head of cauliflower that I make cauliflower mash with, milk for my tea, broccoli as a side, avocado, olives for the salad as well. Got some butter. This is another thing that I like to snack on, the baby bells. And then I got 1 halloumi, 1 feta for the salad, tomato, red onion, also for salad. The mushrooms I have on the side, or I chuck them in like eggs and make an omelette and stuff. Loads of eggs and bread because I really do like avocado on toast, and sometimes if I'm not that hungry it can be a meal on its own. So that's what I think that's what was on the list. And then the stuff that kind of like made me gasp when I got to the checkout, I think, was all this. So all this together was like £12. So the Magnum, I know I'll want to have a treat in the house. So I thought instead of going to Asda, which is like right around the corner, and buying lots of biscuits and cookies, which is what I usually do, I'll just have these in the house. Maybe have, you know, one after dinner or something. And then this hot pepper sauce, the tuna, which wasn't on the list, but also good to have in an emergency. I'll literally just mix some of this with mayo and have it as a snack. Obviously essential. And then I got some treats from the bakery, because that's the problem with Lidl. Their bakery stuff is so good and it's so hard to resist. So before I go back to eating like a goddamn adult that I am for the next week, I got these treats. So I ended up paying £36 today. And the thing that I found the most different between Lidl and Aldi, where I normally do my shop, is how many brands there are at Lidl. You can see that the toilet paper I bought was Andrex, where normally I would just buy like the Aldi own brand one. Same for the sauces. What else was there? The Magnum, normally I just buy whatever the Aldi equivalent is, but yeah, there's a lot more branded stuff at Lidl than there is at Aldi, I found. But the one very cool thing with this Aldi app, that is where I got the £5 voucher from, is that they have seasonal offers on there as well. So they had like 15% off like these fancy cheeses that they do, which you don't get as many at Aldi. So I guess there's like pros and cons to each one. It depends on what you value most and what you're used to. I am quite loyal to my grocery shop. I like to walk in and know where everything is and just get everything done there and then. I don't really shop around. I don't go to different places for different things. So I want to know from you guys, do you do your whole shop in one place? Or do you go to different shops? Do you even go to the shops anymore? Do you do your grocery shopping online? I want to know what you do, so tell me down in the comments what it is that you do for your food shop. You know, something I always find funny when I think back, when I first got to this country 8 years ago, I would always only ever shop at Sainsbury's, maybe Tesco's, or at a stretch Morrison's. So I was used to having a really nice store that was really organized, made to look really pretty. So I remember the first time I walked into the Aldi that I actually go to every time now, I was a little bit like, yes, I was a big snob. I can admit to it, okay? But it's really funny to me because you're paying all of that extra money just for a pretty shop. And what value is that really adding to your life? I mean, none really. But it's so funny to me now because I can see that face on my fiance when we go to Aldi now. But it's just hilarious to me every time I go in there with him now and he starts making fun of all the off-brands. I get it. I can't blame him. I used to be the same. I actually went to dinner with a friend last week, and because the restaurant where we booked a table were only holding tables for like an hour and a half, we decided to come back here to my house to just hang out. And so I said, let's go to Aldi, buy some ice cream, that'll be our pudding. And again, exact same reaction. I could just see her face drop. I don't think she'd ever been in an Aldi. So we picked up this Magnum and came back here, but we had a great time. and we paid maybe, well, half of what we would have paid for a real Magnum, and that had no real impact on anything. The ice lolly was really nice, so you know, why not save a buck here and there? So let this be your takeaway from this video. If you've never been to an Aldi or you've never been to a Lidl, be prepared, because it's not all laid out nicely like it is at Tesco, or if maybe you've been shopping at Waitrose, they waste no money in making the shop look a certain way. Don't get me wrong, everything is always very organized and it's always clean, definitely. But for example, in the veg section, everything's stored in its like moving containers. They don't take everything out of the boxes everywhere. But what difference is that gonna make to you? None. And you're saving loads of money, so who cares? That's gonna be it for today's video, guys. If you want to see what food I make with those things that I bought, just let me know in the comments, and then I'll make a video during the week showing you everything that I made and everything that I ate that week. But if you enjoyed this video and you got some value out of it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It makes my day when I get a like on one of my videos. But also, if you want to see more content like this from me, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. I post new videos every Thursday, and I would love your help in growing my channel so that we can get these videos out to as many people as possible. Someone might find one of these helpful, you'll never know. I'm gonna end the video here, but if you would like to see other videos from me, I mostly make videos on like financial tips, personal finance and everything. Click either this one or this video down here, might be of your liking, and there's a subscribe button right here if you want to click that as well. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye!